Hello everybody, welcome to Saguenay Valley's ESL Corner. Today I will be teaching you about modals and I will be separating them into three separate categories. The first category we will have these four expressions here. Then the second part I will have these six different expressions. And then the final part I will have these final three modals. So for the first part today we have can, could, will, and would. So in English, can, we use it as a modal to express ability and possibility in the present and also in the future. So ability, example, I can drive, I can speak English. If I want to talk about a negative ability, I can use I cannot or I can't. Example, I can't speak German. For me, it's difficult. And we can also use can in the sense of a question to ask about ability today or tomorrow, or also possibility. Example, tomorrow, can you help me with my homework? The second expression we have is could. Now, could is a little more difficult because it exists in the past and in the present and in the future in the shape of a question. Be careful. Could, when you use it for the past, you talk about a past ability, positive or negative. So, could in the past for an ability. When I was young, I could play soccer. Or negative, when I was young, I couldn't play hockey. Past ability, positive or negative. If we use could for a question in the present or in the future, it becomes a polite question. Very different. So for example, could you tell me the time? Could you give me a marker? Could I please have a glass of water? Automatically they become polite questions and not necessarily past ability in the form of a question. If I want to use could for a past ability in the shape of a question, then typically I use also simple past in my context. When you were young, could you do the split? For example. Then we have will. So will here is a modal and also an auxiliary for the future. So typically if we use it positively or negatively, it just talks about actions in the future, either spontaneous, promises, or predictions. So if I make a positive example, tomorrow I will go shopping. And if I make a negative example, tomorrow I will not or tomorrow I won't go shopping. If we use will for a question, then it's different. Because will is considered more direct, in the sense of a question, it is considered more impolite. So typically, we try not to use it for questions, especially if you want service. If you want to ask a general question about the future, that's not a problem. For example, for a general question, will you help me tomorrow for my homework? That's a good question. But if I say, will you give me your phone? It can be a little bit more impolite. Be careful of the auxiliary will. The final part for today, would like, or would rather. When you use would like, example, I would like a coffee, please, you give your preference in a situation. You can also use it in a question. Would you like a cup of tea? Would rather, we use it when we want to specify two different options and what option we prefer. For example, in a question, would you rather see a horror movie or an action movie? To give your preference, I would rather watch an action movie. So, these are the first four modals that I will show you today. Please come back for part number 2 where I will do may, might, have to, don't have to, must, and must not. Thank you very much. Have a good day.